welcome to your April 2018 RuneScope with me. My name is Amanda. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the beautiful Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Then, as always, be sure to join me after this video for part 2 of your April reading over on my Vimeo channel. That link is below in the description box. I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Astrological Oracle, and this is by Linnea Weatherstone and Antonella Castelli. And I use these in my private readings, these cards. I've been telling everybody they're crazy accurate with what we get, because we get specific planets. So it can really narrow down the time that whatever we talk about in your reading here may be happening, which days to pay attention to based on, you know, what's going on astrologically. We can also get specific sun signs of people who may pop up in your reading. So definitely check that out. But let's jump in and see what our Taurus runes are for April. And as always, Taurus, keep in mind these are general readings, so not all of these messages will be for you. Some are going to be for the other Tauruses that are watching. You're all individuals. That's why I encourage you, though, to check out the video for your rising sign as well. That is more specific to your chart, and you may actually often find it more accurate than your sun sign reading. If you would like something, though, far more specific, if you would like some more clear-cut outcomes and answers or guidance, you can always schedule a private consultation with me. That's the only way I can connect with just your energy specifically. I do those on Skype. They are $70. Just drop me a line at runescopes4you@gmail.com, and we can get your appointment scheduled. But let's see what's going on in general with Taurus in April. Challenge or focus. 2 of Wands in reverse. So let me see what's coming up with these runes next to it here. Well, this could be kind of going back to the drawing board on a deal or a plan, or feeling like, you know, you don't have the answers, you're not getting the communication that you need in order to, things are hidden, confused about a deal, an opportunity, 2 options. Maybe you were trying to make a decision, or at some point will be in April, or trying to decide whether or not to go with one deal or go with another. Accept one offer, and turn down another, or vice versa. Seems to be going on with deals, offers, contracts, real estate, property, and we'll talk about why in a minute. There's some other runes that are jumping out at me. Whether, you know, should I take this person's advice? Should I take this lawyer's advice? Should I take this consultant's advice? This realtor's advice? So yeah, you guys are wheeling and dealing, or trying to, in April, and that can be difficult because Mercury's retrograde. So it's absolutely until the 15th, and even a few days after that when it turns direct. Not the best time to make deals. Not the best time to sign contracts. Not the best time to sell or purchase property or anything electronic or vehicles. If you want to read up on Mercury retrograde, I would definitely do so, because yeah, it seems like there may, you know, it's just the confusion of that, and then after that turns direct, this may pass, and you know, things will be clearer. It can also be difficult to get in touch with people you need to get information from, to plan things with, or who are supposed to be advising you, or it can be difficult to schedule appointments with them. Maybe they're out of the office, or unexpectedly somebody may have to be out of the office. You may have to be out of the office, or unable to deliver on a commitment that you've made. This can also be, yeah, the breaking of a contract, or the breaking up with somebody that you were very physically attracted to. Could be a romantic thing, but actually it seems like it was just physical. There could be an ending of a purely physical or friends with benefits kind of situation here, because it wasn't working for you, or it wasn't working for the other person. But they could still be trying to get in touch with you, and you're trying to dodge their messages, or somebody may be doing that to you, Taurus. So as we move along, Again, there's so many of you watching. That's how these there will be multiple messages for each position as we kind of go through this. But yeah, somebody's hiding there's hidden information or information that you need that's just not accessible at some point for some reason here in April. In the present energy, we've got the Seven of Wands. So this could be in the present whenever you happen to be viewing this video, or end of March, early April, present energy. So, Seven of Wands, this is defending your property, defending your family, defending your decision, defending your home, defending your, saying, no, I'm not going to accept that. There's something that you're not going to accept. And for some of you, maybe it's an offer on your house that's like very low. You would be taking a loss, something you are trying to sell. And you're like, no, that's not, it's worth more than that. I'm not accepting that. Or, this could be, though, a deal or an offer that's withdrawn on your home. So maybe this is the broken agreement, broken arrangement, broken contract here. And you're like, well, we've already moved, or we've already started packing up, or, you could think something's a done deal, and to the point where you're even like, you got the U-Haul, you maybe even moved into your new home, and then they're like, oh no, we're backing out. So just have it in your mind, have it in your brain here. If your house is not on the market and you could put it off until after Mercury goes direct, at least, put it off until the 15th, I would do so, Taurus, because then that's a perfect example of how these readings can help. If you do that, chances are you could avoid this whole mess. You could avoid the whole crazy energy of Mercury retrograde, throwing a monkey wrench into your plans, and things could go a lot more smoothly for you. But, this is also for some of you, like you trying to protect, maybe somebody in your family has been harassed. Maybe they're the ones who are trying to break up with this person and they're being kind of stalked, and you're like, no, stay away from my kid, or stay away from my brother or my sister, you need to back off. This could be somebody upset though, at like your parents or an older relative. Maybe, older relatives can be a little bit salty sometimes, They're bitter and they're old and they've seen a lot of stuff and they're just tired. They're just, they're just fed up, right? With dealing with people and all this stuff and crap they've had to deal with in their lives. So maybe they've said something to a neighbor, or they've, got a little bit salty with somebody, and now this person is like, making it a point to target them in some way, or they're talking bad about them, or they've damaged their property. I feel like somebody's house is vandalized. Like maybe this is like neighborhood brats, neighborhood kids who are picking on your grandma or picking on your dad, and or have damaged their property in some way, or spray painted their house or something, and you are like really mad about this, and you're like finding out who it is and you're going after them. I feel like you know who it is. And you're like, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay them back for this. And we're reporting you. So, yeah, you're protecting your home. You're protecting your family. Some of you, this could be, I don't know, there may be something stolen out of it. I don't feel your home could be targeted for some reason. So yeah, it may be a month to get that security system. Make sure, if you have one, make sure it's armed whenever you leave. Make sure the doors are locked. Don't ever leave your doors unlocked. We just don't live in a world where you can leave your doors unlocked anymore. It's just, even in the middle of the day. Even in the middle of the day if you're home, you keep them locked. I feel like though this is like an outbuilding, a garage that's maybe detached or a shed or something. And it's not necessarily to steal, but just to vandalize. I feel like it's teenagers or kids, you know, out wreaking havoc or stealing tools or stealing little things but still, I mean, it's an invasion. It's an invasion of your privacy, an invasion of your property. So I'm seeing you having to stand up for your home, your property, defend your family, a family member. And you're like, you know, you're going to stay away from our house and you're going to pay for the damage. So, again, this can be avoided. Just really be vigilant about protecting your property, your possessions, in April, Taurus. And avoid moving during the Mercury retrograde if you can, or avoid signing on that dotted line until after it goes direct. Can't always do that. You got to do what you got to do, but if you can, put it off. Because even all those of you that do go ahead and sign, this isn't going to happen to all of you. This is for that one sometimes that's watching that particular circumstance occurs. So what must, actually the help that's going to be available. Sorry, I was moving to that one. We'll get to that in a second. Five of Swords is the help. Fighting back. This is the card of war. So this is a battle that you should undertake, you know. So whatever this is, it's going back to this. Both of these are cards of, you know, fighting fire with fire. Letting someone have it. Defending your, again, property, your rights. Standing up for your home, standing up for your relatives, standing up for your way of life. This could also be protesting something, or you know, taking someone to court, threatening legal action, threatening, you know, we had a verbal agreement, you broke that. If somebody breaks a contract, you know, you may be seeking some sort of restitution for this. And this is a battle, like you're gonna fight it. So when this comes up as the help, this is like, yeah, it's war. You're gonna have to fight hard, but it'll be worth it in the end. You'll win. This is winning at all costs. And sometimes the caveat of that card is, you know, was it worth it? When it's coming up as the help to you, yeah, you really have no other choice. And that's what I feel with the blank rune here. And your intuition. It's like, you know, this is just, something may happen in April, Taurus, that you're just like, how dare you? Or how, it's just offensive. And you have no choice but to, like, show someone what's up, right? Like take someone to task for their bad behavior, and hold them accountable. So you should absolutely fight this battle. And I don't think you're gonna have a choice. You're gonna be so upset about this and angry about whatever this is. And I'm sorry to tell you that you're gonna be angry, but I think it's actually going to feel good to defend your property, to defend this person that you care about, however this is working out for you in April. It's just like you get a lot of momentum and adrenaline from this. Whatever it is, like, motivates you to, you know, take action and bring someone to justice, hold them accountable. Now, what must be accepted? That's the position we tried to jump to earlier. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. So this could be a water sign energy, male or female, because this is a general reading. For some of you, it will be a king. For others, a queen. In the reverse, well, it's water sign energy, first of all. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or someone with the traits of a water sign. But in the reverse, this is somebody who is emotionally manipulative, deceptive. They can turn situations and turn blame around on other people. They will make people feel guilty about things that are really their fault. They will deflect and kind of, well, what about you? You know, They can also be attention seekers through playing the victim. Like, it's always, they're so put upon and they're so unhappy or they're so depressed. Now, for some of you, this could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and they really could be depressed. Maybe they're drinking a lot. Sometimes this guy in reverse can also be a heavy drinker. Maybe you've noticed that your partner's drinking more. But yeah, this is somebody who's unhappy, who's sad, depressed about something, who is in maybe a bad way. For some of you, maybe it's this older relative that was taken advantage of, or you know, and you are, you know, they're really upset about this, and they have a right to be. But yeah, it's really kind of put them in a depression or a bad place emotionally. But I feel like for most of you, this is your mate or someone you're living with. Now, Gifu, it can also be anybody we're close to, but because it's the rune of marriage and partnership, it does usually involve contracts between you and one other person. So, this is somebody who's been disappointed. Now, it could just be they're saying that you've disappointed them in some way, Taurus. They could be blaming you because, again, they can't. This energy can be, that's not my fault, it's your fault kind of stuff. Maybe they somehow, it could also be this person breaking the contract, deciding not to buy the house, deciding to go back on the property. For some of you, maybe you had a family member who was going to buy your house or buy your property, an uncle or something, or your, you know, a relative, and they back out, and you're like, well, thanks a lot for leaving us in the lurch. Now we're out of a home, and you know you're going to have to pay for us for a place to stay, you know, or you know, you need to make up for this in some way. And then be like, whoa, it's not my fault, it's your fault. So a lot of different ways this is working. But for others of you, this could be unrelated to these other issues going on, and you could just be trying to figure out why this person, why your mate is upset or depressed, sad. There's just a heaviness and a sadness. You know, why are they drinking more? Do they maybe need to go see somebody? Do they maybe need to go talk to? I feel like somebody has postpartum depression. So, for you Taurus men or lesbian ladies, if your partner's just given birth, maybe I feel like somebody is like, yeah, depressed at having postpartum. So that's treatable, and it may be that they just need to go speak to somebody. They need to go get some counseling or some help with that, you know, especially if they're drinking too. Or just, you know, and especially if they're breastfeeding, because I don't have any children, so I like other people's because I can just hand them back when they start to cry. But I do know that I don't think you're supposed to drink when you're breastfeeding. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, you just may be seeing this behavior and you're like, what is going on? We need to get you somewhere and get you some help. Now, the outcome of April, we have the Star card, which is an awesome card. I'm glad we're ending on a good note here, Taurus. Because this is recovery from hurt, recovering from loss. Whoever has felt taken advantage of, put upon, attacked, there's going to be restitution. A wish will be granted. There is a recovery, a healing with this. So whatever you go to war for, whatever you are fighting for, whatever you're defending, whoever you're defending, whoever needs help will get help and will recover. Whatever has been damaged, if it's property, will be fixed, restored. The situation will, for some of you, especially with the home thing, if like you've already moved, you're like, oh my God, this person backed out that was going to buy the house and now we've got 2 mortgage payments or whatever. It's going to work out better for you. For some reason, either you sell it for even more than this broken contract was for. Because with the star, it is kind of like, oh my God, our wish was fulfilled in an even better way than what we originally thought was going to happen. So this deal that comes in replacing this is even better. Yeah, whatever the difficulty is will be, hope will be restored, faith will be restored. I feel like also those of you kind of going to bat for someone, your relative, if they're being targeted, or you kind of like taking control of a situation and going after the culprit. Somebody's just going to be you're going to be like their knight in, or their knight in shining armor. They're just going to think, wow, that Taurus is something else. They really look out for their family, or they really care about me. And that's, you kind of restore their faith in humanity a little bit, Taurus, especially if it's the older, grumpy relative. Just be like, wow, what a great grandson, or what a great daughter my Taurus is for taking care of this for me. They may even be in a better mood. Maybe they'll stop drinking so much. But yeah, whatever is happening, there's kismet about with the star card. There is bigger reasons for it, which there almost always are. Even the smallest things, the tiny little things from day to day can sometimes have huge ramifications, and yeah, almost always are bigger than what we can see from our vantage point here, Taurus. So the month ends on a wonderful note. Hope is restored, healing, recovery. A wish is granted. You have granted someone's wish, or you have become someone's protector, and they really think that you are something else, Taurus. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, join me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the astrological oracle. I want to see if we can get more details, especially about times of the month and which planets astrologically to watch out for in the month of April. These cards are really excellent about that. You can kind of get a wide berth of which days to kind of maybe stay in bed if you can. Or we can maybe get some specific sun signs here of who some of these people are. So let's see what we get. Join me over there, and I will see you back here next month. Taurus, have a fantastic April.